Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie. We got some more unfortunate news for the New York Knicks. Derrick Rose will undergo a minor procedure on his right ankle today, and his timeline for his return has not been solidified. So this is very devastating news for the New York Knicks. As you guys know, Derrick Rose was supposed to return to the Knicks after the All-Star break and maybe bring some life to this team, maybe bring some type of organization to the point guard role, some stability for that floor general. Everything that Derrick Rose brought to the Knicks last year and this year has been spectacular. So we were all highly anticipating the return of Derrick Rose, one of the only veterans on the team that every single Knicks fan loves, but now it seems like Derrick Rose might be shut down for the season. Now listen, I don't know if he's done for the season. That's not been confirmed, but there's 23 games left, and he's going under another minor procedure on his ankle that he was just trying to recover from surgery back in early December. So I don't know if Derrick Rose will be returning this season, but this is definitely upsetting news for me personally because I was looking forward to Derrick Rose. I mean, they're just a way better basketball team when Derrick Rose is on the court, and I think a big reason why the Knicks have not been successful this year at all is because of the injury to Derrick Rose. I think the biggest problem with this Knicks team has been closing games in the fourth quarter, and D Rose is a big part of us closing games in the fourth quarter all of last year, being the point guard out there with 5 minutes left, orchestrating the offense, doing everything he needed to do in order to really settle it down, because his presence on the court just elevates guys around him. We all know what Derrick Rose brings to the table, so this is definitely not good news for the New York Knicks, but what this does do is it opens up a roster spot, so maybe a guy like Duece McBride might get in the rotation. Now, I'm not sure if this is 100% going to happen, but this might have to be the case because with Kemba Walker being sidelined for the season and Derrick Rose continuing to be out for the foreseeable future, who's going to be the point guards? We know that Tom Thibodeau falls in love. He's in love with Alec Burks for whatever reason at the point guard spot, so I think now, unfortunately, Alec Burks is going to be the starting point guard just because Tom Thibodeau's stubbornness and his obsession with that. I don't get it. I'm not going to get into that. If you want to hear me rant about Tom Thibodeau and Alec Burks being the point guard, you can check out my other videos in my live stream from yesterday, but I'm not going to do that in this video. So if Alec Burks and Immanuel Quickley are really the only two guys that can run the point on this roster, you gotta make room for Duece McBride, because I think we all understand that Alec Burks is not a point guard, and we all understand that Immanuel Quickley, he's not been successful at running the point off the bench. Immanuel Quickley seems to be more of a combo guard. He plays way better when he's off the ball, and that's why I was really excited for Derrick Rose's return, because I feel like it would unlock Immanuel Quickley, because it would take a lot of pressure off Quickley of running the point, and he can start focusing on scoring the ball, which he's really good at. So now the big question is Miles McBride going to get in the rotation, because it opens it up. If we say, hypothetically speaking, the starting five is unfortunately Alec Burks at the point, Evan Fournier, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson as a starting five, then who's the starting five? Not the starting five. Who's the bench five? It's going to be Quickley, potentially McBride, Grimes, Obi, and Nerlens Noel, because this is going to open up a roster spot for that bench unit. Or is Cam Reddish going to slide in there, because we need some type of player to slide in this 10-man rotation, because I made a lot of videos this entire week talking about what the rotations are going to be like with the return of Derrick Rose and RJ Barrett to the lineup, and now all those videos mean nothing because Derrick Rose is not returning to the lineup. He is going to be out. So that's where I want to ask you guys a question. Do you think this is going to open up the door for Duece McBride to get the minutes that he deserves? Because if you guys don't know, look at his numbers in the G League. He's averaging around 29 points per game, like crazy numbers, 10 assists. He's just the pure point guard. I think he's the only pure bona fide healthy point guard on this roster, not including Derrick Rose obviously and Kemba Walker because they're done. But I feel like Duece McBride needs to get the minutes he deserves, because when he did get the minutes, back when we had that crazy COVID outbreak on the Knicks roster early in December, Duece McBride got some time, and he had one game where he looked really good. I think it was against the Houston Rockets, but don't quote me on that. And he had like 15 points, 9 assists, had a bunch of steals. And then if you guys remember, Derrick Rose spoke to the media after that game, and he said, I wish Tom Thibodeau would give Duece McBride the minutes he deserves, and then he just has not done that because a lot of veterans are ahead of him. So maybe McBride, this is his opportunity to get some minutes throughout the rest of the season. There's 23 games remaining. Derrick Rose is sidelined. So now the big question is who's going to be, entering that 10-man rotation, because now there's not really a lot to play for. I think the only reason to hope that the Knicks have a chance to get into the play-in tournament was going to be Derrick Rose's return, because he just helps his team play winning basketball. He calms things down. He does not overanalyze anything. The offense just seems to run so much more smoothly in terms of facilitating the rock, even scoring the ball. I mean, we all saw what Derrick Rose did for us earlier this season, and of course at the back end of last year, shooting the ball efficiently from downtown, sizing people up, going to the paint with ease. The floater and the clutch ability late in the game is the most impressive part of Derrick Rose and what this Knicks team team has been lacking throughout this entire season when Derrick Rose has been injured. So this is a big time disappointing news for the New York Knicks. We're versing the Miami Heat tonight, which is not going to be an easy game. I was expecting Derrick Rose to be back for this. I made a lot of videos about it, highly anticipating his return. But man, this is definitely not a good sign that Derrick Rose has been out. But at the end of the day, it might open up the door for Duece McBride to get some minutes, which I definitely feel like is a positive and a big possibility. But we don't know because Tom Thibodeau is stubborn. We do not know if he's going to give McBride the minutes he deserves. I really hope so because this man deserves the minutes. He does not deserve to be in the G League. He's too good to be in the G League. Let him go out there, let him get comfortable, let him run the show, and see what we got in Duece McBride because he's only going to develop more. You can't really develop a player in the G League for so long. Like, he needs to get actual NBA minutes. He needs to be able to be on the court and go up against NBA level talent to understand if he can, thrive in this league or not. Can he be a part of the rotation next year? I know that Tom Thibodeau has a mindset right now where he's kind of fighting for his job. He's not looking at, the future. He's not playing guys just for potential. He's kind of like that mindset of win now. You got to show me that you're good enough to win and play this second. He's not looking in the future because I think Tom Thibodeau understands that his job might be on the line right now and he's doing everything he can to win ball games. So that's where it kind of makes me feel like, well, is McBride going to get the minutes? But at the end of the day, there's no other options outside of Alec Burks and Emmanuel Quickley at point guard. And I think all of us Knicks fans understand that we don't want to see Alec Burks at the point guard position at all. And Emmanuel Quickley has been struggling this year at the point guard spot. So we basically don't have a point guard on this roster that's healthy, which is why I really hope that the Knicks front office or the coaching staff make sure that Miles Duece McBride gets the minutes he deserves. There's no more excuses for Duece McBride to not get the minutes because it's been driving me crazy throughout this entire season, watching him go crazy in the G League and not seeing him out there for the Knicks on the actual NBA roster. So let me know your guys' thoughts about this. Do you want to see Duece McBride out there? Do you think that this is the opportunity for him? And obviously, it's very devastating that Derrick Rose has to go down. In a perfect world, I'd rather Derrick Rose not be injured and he's healthy out there because, like I said throughout this entire video, his impact on this New York Knicks team has been so good, and it's really devastating that he had to go down. So please like the video if you guys enjoyed. Comment down below your thoughts of this news of Derrick Rose being out for the next couple of weeks or so, or even the rest of the season. We do not know as I'm recording this video. There's no timetable for his return, but I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Like the video if you guys enjoyed, subscribe for more Knicks content, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Let's go Knicks. Peace.